Yes, yes, yes. This is the HL podcast for our HL Tuesdays. We are the dopest podcast in the DMV, presented to you all by the Harris Firm and Will Porter Innovation. I am Amrock alongside your boy Chief.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Now, tonight, this is our HL interviews where we sit down and converse with the up and coming and established, the talented and intelligent, the artists, the entrepreneurs, and the creators and the activists. Now, people, please remember that all of our previous interview episodes are available on all major podcast platforms and on our YouTube channels at the HL Podcast and the EEM Network. All right, right now, we are broadcasting live on the Roku platform and Apple TV, on the Politicking app via Politicking Broadcasting. A very special shout out to the StreamYard platform where we are live right now, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And yes, people, we have released The Lost Weekend on the EEM Network on our YouTube channel. We'll be taking that version down, putting up a new version. You know, had a little bit of technical difficulties, but overall, we had a premiere Friday night amongst family and friends. It was just a great experience, man. We thank everybody that came out to view the film. The reception was great. You know, we got a standing O. So
yeah, we did.
So definitely appreciate that, and we hope everybody, goes and watch the film, The Lost Weekend. Again, we're gonna have some, we gotta take it down, then we're gonna put it back up. But if you go watch it right now, it's on there. So hey, on that EEM network. So go check it out, The Lost Weekend. Let's get it.
Man, I like to also say, man, it was a blessing to be a part of this ride with you, dog. Literally, if y'all go watch it, you're gonna see what that mean. Just go check it out, man. Everybody checking out all these different things on Netflix, on Hulu, and all. Man, these one of them things that you never thought that was on this planet, and it's right there.
Right.
Just go check it out if you're ready for some self-exploration and Black creativity, man. Just check it out. It got music, it got everything. We just like to call it expressive arts and the creative arts, mixed in. So just go check that out when you guys ready. It is up, like Amrock said. Do have to take it down. It was cool, but us as perfectionists, you could say we, kind of seen some things and heard some things. And we was like, nah.
It needs to come down. It's okay though, because we can retool it, put it back up. So it's all good.
That's true. And once we put it back up, we'll let y'all know. We'll throw the whole promo real loud. We got a lot of stuff rolling out for y'all. So this is perfect. So tonight, man, we got a musician on our hands, probably the musician, the rap artist, Ellis Isaiah, we have tonight from the West Coast. So we go ahead and bring him in, man. Let's see where he at. My God. How you living?
What's up
with you?
What's up, man?
Blessed and highly favored. I can't even complain. A nigga just chilling.
I hear that. Blessed and highly favored is correct. It's correct, man. That's how we feel. So we just gonna go ahead. We gonna jump right to it. You ready for this?
Let's do it, man.
So we like to start it off and get the foundation correct. So we like to talk mental, right? Yep. Me and Amrock, we talk how strong our mental is, how we're trying to continue to make it strong and go through these trials and tribulations. First of all, being Black, and then adding Black man on top of that, and then adding Black man as a creator on top of that. So how is your mental right now? I know it probably took a little dive in 2020, but now we're in 2021. So how you feeling?
Honestly, I'm feeling focused. I'm feeling more militant than ever. Like, I'm just trying to push myself towards that extra grind, you know what I'm saying? Because, ain't nobody about to, believe in you as much as yourself. So that's where I'm at with it right now. Like,
true.
So elaborate on that. You said believe in yourself. Some folks talk, belief in themselves, but that's just something to say. Is that just something to say to you, or you truly believe in who you are and what God purposed on your life?
Nah, I believe in myself. just for the simple fact is, you know, of course we hear that same saying, like, you know, you're not supposed to, you know, alone in every battle. So, like, you know, you got to handle your own stuff. And that's pretty much what I'm still going through. Because, you know, I thought I went through the worst, you know, losing my, you know, father and everything like that, you know, family issues, being homeless and whatnot. So it was just like, you know, it was something that was not only mental for me to do, but it was something as a mental note for me I have to do.
That's a fact.
It's not more of a want, it's more of a need. Like I need to do this. I didn't drill exactly in my mind map, but I drilled something close to that. Like I gotta keep on going. I gotta keep on going no matter how hard the road is. Cause like you said, like it's a game, the mental game. You can strike out 1,000 times, but that 1,001 hit could be the hit, you know? So
that's a fact. And evolution is key in this game. So I appreciate you for saying that. So let's start from the beginning. You're originally from California, correct?
yes, I'm originally from California, Los Angeles, born in Hollywood to be exact.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So how was it growing up out there, you know, as a young black man?
Shoot, it was pretty much difficult, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, cause I moved back and forth, so like I'll say like if I was to claim another city I'll be from, it would be like Rialto, like Inland Empire area, which is exactly an hour away from there. But like I still claim my city, LA. Like I've been there all the time. Like I go there every summer. I just stopped going the past few summers because I believe there's nothing out there for me to do. Everybody think LA is just this big, you know, it's a big market. It's a big market. There's a lot of talent out there, but that's not the only talent out there. I think when we come to California, that's all we talk about in music. It's just LA and Sacramento, like the Bay and stuff like that. Like it's nothing. It's not nothing more than that. Like
I hear that. So when was you actually introduced to music? You know, I'm a basketball fan. I love basketball. I remember the first day I picked up a basketball, man. I think I was about 5. You know, picked up the little Jones was dunking it and everything. What about you?
I'm not gonna say I always. This is the thing. I don't know anybody in my family that's really done music. So I picked it up myself. Like I was always listening to music. If that would answer your question, like I would always listen to music.
Yeah.
And then like it was just one day randomly I said like I was gonna be an artist. But remind you, my current dream before that was to be a game designer because I just love creativity. I always wanted to dibble and stuff like that. So I always knew I wanted to do something creative. I just didn't know what was my talent creatively. So I was dipping and diving into things. Like I was also doing photography a little bit. I was doing clothes for a little bit. I never finished the process because I was always dipping and dabbing in different things.
For sure.
So, with that being said, I got introduced to it probably like around 15. My brother made a song. It was this dude that I swear to God that sounded exactly like T-Pain. I'm like, this is bro. I'm like, we about to be rich. Like in my head, I'm like, for real, like this nigga sounded exactly like T-Pain at the time to me. So I was just like, oh, okay, he making a banger.
Yeah.
But, I told my friends and everybody, I'm like, I'm just gonna start rapping. They didn't believe me. They didn't believe me at all. So what I did was come back a year later. I wrote some raps, and then I just started that from there. Like I really didn't start rapping until 2017. I started rapping late. Like I know because I'm born in '94, so of course I know about Pac and Biggie and all that.
Yeah, of course,
I know about all the eras up until now. So honestly, I just didn't like music being made at the time. Even like around like 2011, even like through 2013, because I knew that was gonna be the end of an era. I already knew that was gonna be the end of an era of music. And not to say that there ain't no good music at all, because I love like everybody that's coming up and stuff, but it doesn't give me that same feel as it did 6-7 years ago.
Interesting.
And that's what made me stop listening to my favorite rappers. My favorite rappers are Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, and Kanye West. Those like you can't take away nothing from those three. I feel like those three rappers have at least the top 10 album of all time and debatable top 5, and that's the Carter 3 in my opinion. Carter 3 deserves to be in top 5 of hip hop ever.
Interesting. you talking that stuff. You talking it. That's what's up.
Yeah,
So
in graduation, people don't understand how hard it is to, be consistent in albums. I feel like there's literally only one person that did that, and that's Kanye. And I can name all 5.
That's Amrock boy, Kanye.
Yeah,
that's his boy, man.
No, that's not. If I'm listening to rap, that's not my boy. Wayne is my guy. Like
I was saying Amrock. That's Amrock boy.
Yeah,
he love
That's my. I think the first song I listened to when I first, of course, The Wire. But when I started like growing up more listening to him, I think it was like crack music I was introduced to. That was the first song I listened to with him and the band. I'm like, Kanye on this type. I'm like, Kanye on this type of time. I'm like,
yeah,
some conscious shit. And he showed me some street shit. I'm like, all right, come on.
Right.
So that's pretty much what made me get into music. Of course, like to be honest, I'm more inspired of the underground, like people that's like around my level or people that's like above me that got I wouldn't say got the same talent, but got the same like publicity. I'll say that.
Yeah, the buzz. Yeah. I get what you're saying. So when did you go full time, man? I know you said 2017. Was that when you say, you know what, I got to go in on this? Like this is definitely my thing. I have to go full time in this music.
Yeah, because like I said, it's by myself. I'm not gonna, like I said, there's a lot of tea I can spill on people in my life that's acting funny and acting weird, but it's not even about them. Like it's not even about them because I know what type of person I've been to those people. So it's like, I can't let you think you're gonna stop me because you got a hold of something I don't like. Well, now you can't do it no more because I got everything that you want. Like I got everything that you got. So it's like I got my own in-home studio. I don't need to ask people for studio no more. I remember how hard it was just for me or just any other rapper. That's why I love working with upcoming rappers the most because I feel like at the time we have that passion. Like not to say you don't have that passion when you're bigger, but it just doesn't feel the same like when you got it out the mud. It doesn't feel the same when you could just grab it and you can say it confidently. That's why
for sure.
Working with upcoming rappers. I feel like they want to, even like Kanye and them, when they was upcoming, they was hungry. They're not hungry no more. And I'm not sure if it's because of money. I know people want to say it's because of money, but I don't think it's that. I just think that, you've talked about everything now. I just think that, and not to say like, this is the sad truth, and this even portrays to me as an artist. Every artist craves attention because we want to be notoried and we want to be solidified in our own legacy and how we want to come up. We want to be recognized. I want every artist to know that right now.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Artist that wants to be put on, including myself, I'm no different from any artist. I just speak different in my lyrics. Is that we all crave a certain type of attention, and until we get that certain type of attention, we won't stop. We won't stop. We need our core base. And I feel like, what is it, 2021? I've been rapping for 4 years now.
I say we can't hear you.
Hello?
Your sound went away. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can hear you now. Someone called me. My fault.
Oh, you good.
But, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now the screen is paused. We can hear you.
I'm gonna come to the link because it's tripping. But I can't hear you guys.
Yeah, just re-click the link. You'll come back in. I edited that part out.
Difficulties.
Yeah, I edited that part out. It's live now. Yes, sir. We got a little technical difficulties, but Once it pop up on YouTube, I'm editing that out for sure. So while he's out, I mean, we could go ahead and let y'all know episode 80 is coming soon. Yes, that's
It's
20
Friday.
away from 100.
This Friday, April 30th, episode 80.
80, bro. 80
Yeah, we got a
episodes.
lot of stuff to talk about with that.
For sure. Like a
sure.
lot.
Okay. Can y'all
Back
hear me
in,
now?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
my fault. So I forgot where I was at.
But let me ask you this. What is the process when you go when you're creating music, right? All of our process of creativity is totally different regardless. And then in genres and music, whatever, those are all different as well. You know, what's your approach? You got to go sit outside to start writing. Do you know, let us in on that creativity process.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Me coming up and me using words differently. What was a hard process? I'm gonna be honest. It was more of a I need to be in one room. I need completely silence. Don't I even told my mom, my father, my sisters, my brother, don't bother me for 3 hours.
Mm, mm.
You can ask me for anything you want. Friends too. You ask me for anything you want. But within these 3 hours, do not ask me for a thing. I am locked
Wow.
in.
Wow.
I am locked in.
Mm. So it's like you created your own force field, you created your own boundaries, and you created your own like reality, so you could go and
Yeah.
create.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, I'm like how I am right now. I wasn't like this when I was 15. I was super antisocial. I didn't like talking to people.
Mm,
I used to always follow people's opinions, and you know, and I had to recognize like just because it worked for you, it's not gonna work for me.
mm,
So,
mm-hmm.
and I started to notice when I got older, when I didn't listen to certain people and their opinions because it only worked for them, they got mad because I tried to do it my way.
Right.
And I was around 16, 17 around this time, even thinking like that. Like I wanted to even like work at 17. You feel me? Like I wanted even
Right.
my own money because I didn't want nobody to say nothing to me. I'm still that way today because I just know how focused I am. People don't understand the passion I really see it. And sometimes like even when they're in my presence,
Mm-hmm.
I still don't believe they feel what I'm saying.
Mm.
So it's like sometimes my words don't get to you. I have to show you.
Facts. Actions speak louder than words. I feel you. Yes,
And
sir.
that's where I'm at with it right now. Like I'm gonna be honest, I got a lot of progress to do. I got a lot to behold. Like I don't even think I'm at my best yet. I'm starting out.
I hear that. You're not in final form. I hear
Nah,
that.
how I
I
figured
hear
that
that.
is because you know, I actually tested my when you was talking about mental, I actually tested my mind. In 2017 and 2018, um, I officially stopped writing. I officially
Hmm.
stopped writing, like just to test my mental for probably like this is going on 3 years now.
Hmm.
Every song that you probably heard from me or you've been introduced, I have not used a pen, pad, or paper since, or none of that.
Wow.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
That's
And
what's
I know
up. So,
What made you do that?
what made me do that is because, like I said, my passion wasn't being felt. People thought I was playing. People, you know, thought this music stuff was a joke to me. And you know, when I handle business, like that's what I treat my music as. I treat it as precious to me. Like I can honestly say music is my it kind of sounds sad in a sense, but music is my woman. Like
hmm.
that's what helped me throughout my current life right now. That throughout all the love, like exclude all my family and all my friends, like I love them to death. But something that I hold dear, that was something I could say that was mine. Even though 1,000 people is doing it,
Right. Right.
even though
Right.
1,000 people is doing it, you know when it's authentic, you know when it's real.
That's
It
true.
doesn't matter what you say because music is subjective to who you listen to.
And that's true too. Yeah. Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but one thing that I know music all have in common when someone does it's authentic. And people and a lot of artists have gimmicks nowadays, but we're not in that era no more. We're not in the clout era no more. We're not in, you know, I don't even want to compare like the little Uzis and stuff like that because I think they're their own person. Like that's how I view rap. Like that's what they wanted to be. Like look at 21 Savage. He got better lyrically. Like he's not.
He did.
He knows clout couldn't save him. He got a song with J Cole. I would have never thought 21 Savage would ever have a song with J Cole. J Cole too lyrical for him. How'd you get on that?
He had to better his game.
And that's
he had to better his game. You
gotta make him feel something.
That's a fact.
And I feel like that's what I'm trying to unlock right now. I think I unlocked a little piece of that. Like, it's not enough because it's not commercial, it's not worldwide yet. So obviously, I got to keep on going.
Oh yeah, yes sir. That's all of us. That's why evolution is key. You know, we not all of us aren't in that final form, and it feels good to say that, right? Like you could judge me now because I'm not final, you know. But wait till I'm in final form, then you're gonna see who we truly are. You know.
Oh man, that part, and it's so crazy that you say that because it sounds even crazier when I say this. I feel like they can't even judge whoever's doing their thing now.
Can't.
You don't know how hard it is to do it. And we get confused because we see social media, like even social media, like one thing I don't follow, like I probably follow upcoming rappers that probably got like 90K or something like that. But as far as like the Drakes in the world, the Lil Waynes, even my favorite rappers, I do not follow them. Not because I don't believe I can't get to that level, it's because that's going to distract me to what I'm currently doing.
I hear that.
That takes a big person to recognize that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
and people think like you need fame. You know, you need fame to live comfortably. I want every artist to understand you don't need that.
You don't.
There's plenty of ways to make money, revenue, and sources. I'm not gonna be one of those niggas to say Bitcoin. I'm not gonna be that because I haven't used no damn Bitcoin. But what I used to do when I was a little kid or when I was 15, I used to trade my sneaks, sell my sneaks, trade my clothes, valuable skateboards, stuff like that, earn money, clean, cut grass. I consider myself a hustler, if anything.
All right, so you're talking hustle, you're talking business. I heard you speak about revenue. How important is it to control your brand and your music, right? There's a lot of these rappers that signing these 360 deals, and you hear what a 360 deal is, you don't get much, right? So how important is it to control who you are first and control your brand and your music?
1,000%. 1,000%. You need ownership. And sad to say, what people need to understand is you have to. It is what it is. We're in an era where, you have to look fly. Like that, we're affordable now. We could afford the designer once in a while if you have a 9 to 5. I still have a 9 to 5 rapping. I make money on my music, but that ain't enough. You gotta have extra revenue. Equity is extremely important to me. That's the first thing I want to buy. That's why I bought this Rolex chain and this chain, so no one can offer me stuff like that. I don't want to be offered jewels.
I hear that. Especially right now. They can dangle that joint over your head. Now you owe them for the jewelry. Now you owe them for this. I hear that.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. So look, man. So during the pandemic, right? Obviously, people were affected in many different ways. As a artist, I'm sure you was affected personally and as far as music, right? Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about personal, right? How did the pandemic, when it first hit, and in the aftermath, right? How did it affect your mental health?
How it affected my mental health? For one, it completely erased 70% of the ideas I set up for myself.
Right.
70. Where me is like I like making music more than I am singing. If you look at my YouTube, I probably only have like 5 videos.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the specific date, it would be a year difference from each other. This is probably like the first time I've been consistent in showing myself ever.
Hmm.
So how that affected that was, like I said, my ideas, the things I wanted.
Can't hear you.
Hello?
There you
Yeah,
go.
now we can.
Okay, yeah. So it affected the things I wanted to do. Um, I actually had this idea where I wanted to, this was during the time during the pandemic, so it was like a little beach theme I wanted to do for a music video. I wanted to actually have like that black nostalgic feel, like like that Moesha on the beach type shit, like
Oh, true,
something.
true.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for. Recreate something. Something that we all watched and something that the community needs to see now, because I feel like all we see now is just about pistols, sex, drugs. Don't get me wrong, I rap about the same shit because I've seen stuff or I've done the stuff I rap about. So as far as that, um, yeah, to me, I feel like hip hop is positive, but it's a lot of negative right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So how were you able to, I guess, connect with your fans? Once everything went down during the pandemic.
Um, Honestly, the fans reached out more to me than I did them. Honestly,
Okay.
Hmm.
because they would constantly hit me with when are you dropping something, because I'm not gonna lie, I have like this little span where I go like I be consistent, and then I wait like 4 months, then I drop something. Because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, music is my first and most passionate thing to do, but I still got time outside of music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Right.
want to say it's deeper than rap because I hate that term. You
Hmm.
know, I feel like we don't give enough respect to hip hop and rap. We always talk about what the industry does and how they let certain type of artists in, and it is what it is. We created hip hop. Us as a black community. I'm not including the whole world because it's not a whole
Right.
world thing.
Right.
It's a strictly black thing. We
Right.
created this. So I understand why people get mad, but at the same time, we really can't get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, how do you feel about the music industry? Right. Tell us a little bit about the positives and the negatives that you've experienced, or maybe have heard. From your fellow colleagues out there.
As far as positive things, I'm gonna hold you not to diminish the artist, but I probably got what most things a shout out for things. So it's positive just to get a peek of their fans. Being intrigued in them what they liked, and getting their responses, and loving the fact that they love the music I enjoy, because it's not from their city at all, and they
Mm.
they can still vibe to it because it feels like one of them. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the positives.
Hmm.
As far as gaining game, they just told me be consistent. They just told me to be consistent. Um, be different, but it's hard being different nowadays because everybody want to be different.
Right.
Right.
And and I'm more of, I want to be myself. That's where I'm
Facts.
at with it. I don't want to be different. I don't want to be
I hear that.
considered. Because they're different. I don't know what their different is like. So I just want to be
That's
myself.
facts.
And
That is facts.
yes. So since I've been being myself, it's been going good. Like I said, I just been militant. I've been
I hear
trying to
that.
destroy everything.
Mm.
I've been
Mm.
trying
That's
to
tough.
destroy
Mm-hmm.
everything.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm. So we just got the verdict right for George Floyd, right? And last year in particular, the names unfortunately just kept just kept going down, right? George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Casey Goodson in the year, and then we just had Delonte Wright. You know, has that affected how you write your music? You know, just seeing everything that's going on in this country.
Of course it did. I'm not gonna. It played an effect. I'm not gonna be, because I'm not a big guy on political stuff. So,
True. Okay.
and I feel like I'm not, just for the simple fact is because political brings out emotions of others that could be sensitive and could bring out either the good in them or the bad in them. So. As far as George Floyd, I'm happy what the verdict was. For one, he should have never died in the first place. Let me say that.
Right.
And we should have waited a year for a verdict for a black man that was screaming for his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something to think about, because that is a scary thing. Because I tell people, because I'm only 26, I don't think that's old at all. I don't think that's nowhere damn at all. I think that's just my start of the adult life, early 20s, late 20s.
Yep.
I still have a lot to learn. So, just seeing this in my 26 years of life and, being ignorant of it for probably like 12 when I was a little kid playing toys and stuff. So it's completely different.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
You gotta stay. You gotta stay focused. You gotta stay prepared. You gotta look. You gotta look.
Like you said, militant. Said militant minded. Yeah. Just like that.
Like I said, sad to say, I hate bringing race into it, but if it was a Mexican guy, a white guy, and a black guy, they're not gonna look at the Mexican white guy. They're gonna look at me. You know why? Because I've seen a Mexican look at me. I've seen a white man look at me.
Because you black.
So I know, yeah, and not all of them, but I know even a black guy. Let me not exclude the black people, because we have self-hate too.
That's a fact.
Facts.
So it's just different things. It's sad to say, with a black person, we're gonna take it as more serious, because we know what you're capable of. You know what you're capable of.
Interesting.
The other race, we don't know. We're gonna take you out quickly as well. So, it's a fucked up thing.
Facts. It is. It is fucked up. It is. Kind of shifting back to the music a little bit, right? So, like you said, you have YouTube videos out there. You have a catalog out there, right? You got some songs like Mike Check and Faith that's out there on YouTube right now. And then you also dropped the EP at the end of last year as well, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite song by you, right? And if someone never heard of you before, right? And it's like, okay, let's say I never heard of you before, right? Give me your best song or the song that defines you, right? Like I'm gonna learn, or I'm gonna learn most of, or could learn most of about you in this song.
Wow.
As of right now, it's hard, because I transform every day. Shit, I learn something new every day. A wise man knows nothing.
Yeah.
But if I was to say that, it depends on what vibe you're going for. Because I just don't rap. I sing too, or I'll say harmonize. Right. I'll say that. But as far as the song, I think, like you said, Mike Check. I think that's literally one of my top 5 songs. Like, I think I'm completely lyrical in, and I felt Faked It. Congratulations. Mixed Emotions. And I want to say Gotta Go.
Okay.
Gotta Go. I want to say gotta go because I think
So
personally, I think all my
drama.
shit are fire. But like I said,
Right.
music's
Right. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
So if I was to say
So,
that is fire. Yeah.
so I'm glad you're giving us lists. Go ahead, give the people your top 5 rap artists, hip hop artists, however, dead or alive. You already gave us 3, so you got to add 2 to it.
Right. You said Wayne, Kanye, and
Wayne,
third person?
Kanye, and Kendrick. I think Kendrick. Until I'm globally known, I'm gonna say Kendrick's the best rapper. But when I'm in that motherfucker, I'm not gonna say that no more.
Right.
I feel it. It's so hard.
I know.
Because listen, that's just my favorite rappers. If you're talking about hip hop standards, no, they're probably 3 of those 3 is probably in somewhere top 10 in the sense of the top 10. But
I mean, just give us yours, cause like
only
you said,
yours.
Hip hop standards.
That's better. Those 3 that you named.
It's too many for hip hop standards. It's too many.
Person I listen to the most out of those 3.
Or give us 2 more. You already got 3, so give us 2 more in that top 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to put the 2. Those two is the last 2 is very important.
Yeah, well, no, I agree.
This was very important because I already started with a list strong. So, I'm going to go my 4th. Just because he will be a legend forever. I'm gonna put Nip. I will never disrespect him.
For sure.
I'll put Nip in there. And I want to put Big Sean in there because I feel like he's been really slept on. I want to put Sean.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Big Sean.
Or if I was to replace Snip, it would be Meek. I feel like that's our top 5 right now. But if I'm talking about the world's top 5, it would be Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't have a top 5 if I'm talking about artists and rappers.
Right.
Like, there's too much people I listen to. Like,
it's too much.
I feel like Joey Badass. I'm pretty sure people barely listen to him now. Like,
right.
He was one of my.
They probably listen to him more now that he won an Oscar. They probably listen to him more now.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So who is your dream artist that you would want to work with then?
Man. If I was just strictly off rap, it got to be Wayne.
Okay. All right, now go. All right, so the other end, on the singing side, harmonizing side, who you got?
It's going to be Drizzy, man. Like, I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah.
Like, even though I penalize them, like, you get penalized for that if you reading this too late, bro. Like, I love Drake. Like, I fuck with his music heavy. It's just like, when you say like that, like, can we talk about ghostwriting for a little bit? Because I have a little problem with that too. Like, I do. Like, just as an artist, like, even if you freestyle, like, when it's the rapper freestyling, like, like, I feel like if you don't have none of those, like, if you have those, and we find out that you coming out ghostwriting, that's a big issue to me. I can probably look at it because it's a business if we're making some money, if it's business, but as an artist, like, nah.
You want them to create their own stuff,
I feel you, but how many artists do we really know haven't copped a verse or a hook or something?
We don't.
I mean, we really don't know. We
don't. We don't. But I'm just saying, like, just
they just tried to expose Drake because he was on top.
It's a difference because, like, okay, quote unquote, a consumer is not gonna know the basic pattern for a rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a writer, like, just from different eras, how there's new flows and new cadences and stuff like that. Like,
that's true.
Like, you're gonna, like, that's something that you can't teach. Like, there's things in hip hop you can't teach. You have to learn for yourself. Like hip hop is just, I say hip hop is the mecca. Like this is the all-star game. This is the final stage. This is where you be. But when you get in there, that's not the final stage, dude. I'm preparing in that mindset. Because I feel like that's where I just begin. I have to, the people that already, no matter what you call them, whack, trash, garbage, every artist that's in the industry right now has a plaque. Most. I'll say most.
Most
of the people that we know in hip hop has a plaque.
Yeah.
And if you want to be considered that great, I'm trying to be great.
Or you're going to be.
I
try to take out trying out of my vocabulary because you could try all day, but I like to use forward words like going to be or I will be.
Yeah.
Great. You know, manifest that now while you're talking.
But the thing is, I'm realistic. Also, you got to try something new to.
And that's a fact.
Succeed.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Prime example, when I started harmonizing, I was never harmonizing. I never thought about harmonizing. I thought I couldn't do it.
And now look.
I tried.
That's true. So what's next up for you in 2021, man? What else you got? You got any new stuff dropping?
Yeah, I'm actually, like I said, I'm working. I got my in-home studio now, so I'm trying to work on that. I'm actually trying to drop an EP in the summer. Actually, probably in the month.
Smart.
I want to drop it on my mother's birthday.
That's smart. Ooh, that's cold. Yeah.
That's cool.
Definitely.
So sometime around next month, that's where I'm going for. But it got to be perfect to me. I just don't like going. But I gotta understand too. We're not in that era where you could just make an EP. Hopefully, it lasts 2 years. No, we're beyond that. Like, it's no time for that, bro. Like, at all.
Fun.
And people want to say it's timing. Yes, it's timing, but it's also consistency. I don't care. I don't care how much you believe in timing. If you're not working, if you're not being consistent, whether you're not even making music at all, if you're not doing nothing towards the music, anything towards music, you're not progressing. You're not. And you're trying to fool the masses. You're trying to fool the media, and finally, you're trying to fool yourself.
Makes sense.
I don't like that. I like when people point out my flaws, because then I understand I got to do better. I got to do better, so then when you see them, you can't judge me off nothing, nigga.
Right.
I hear that.
Facts. So look, man, we about to.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, I was about to say. So yeah, we about to get into our quick 5, man. So I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, right? And we just need 5 quick answers to those questions, all right? So first up, tell us one thing that you know now that you wish you knew at the beginning of your journey.
That was a great ass question. I wish I believed in myself back then than I did now.
That's tough.
Again, it's good to admit that though, and recognize that. That's good. I mean, and you learn from that and you move forward.
You don't gotta fake nothing. You don't gotta fake nothing. Just to add on a little bit of that. When I say be yourself, whether you do games, because like I said, like, music is just not based on you being a thug no more, or you being the flashiest no more, or you having a Bentley. Like, there's rappers that was gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's in here.
Or play basketball.
Yep.
Rappers that play basketball.
Because all my friends ain't thugs. I'm gonna be hoe. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I always hang out with the thug niggas. Like, I just like getting money. That's just the difference between what we have with them. That's it.
Facts.
But as far as, a person, going to school, rapping, playing basketball, rapping, don't stop. Continue going. But if you suck, you just need to. If you garbage,
Hey, you wild, bro.
Telling the truth,
Hey, that's funny.
Hey, so which public figure that has passed on, right? Would you have loved to have met, possibly worked together, or just pick their brain for their knowledge? Any public figure. It doesn't have to be in music.
Um, honestly, my father.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
He didn't get to. I didn't get to have my first drink with my father. He's not going to be able to see my kids if I have some. I'm not going to be able to experience the man things I would have liked with my father.
That's deep.
I listen to I listen to people that have something to say. I'm very selective on who I hear, and that's my problem. That's why people don't like me now, because I'm very selective on what I hear. I can't go off of what you hear no more. I've been doing that too much as a kid. I can't go off of beliefs and what is. You need to show me something.
Yeah.
So that's one of the figures I went. And my father taught me some things. So it would be him.
I feel that.
Makes sense, man. What is a curse word, right, that you use in your everyday vocabulary?
Shit, the B word, the N word.
Right.
What is all of them?
Sure. I mean, I don't know, because to us that's not it's a cuss word, but it's like, that's either a fighting word or like, come on, like, you my nigga, or you my bitch, like, you feel me, like, as a type of endearment. Like, we changed the word of that, but it's still a cuss word. So I try to not do it as much. I try to not to do it as much, because when you do it as much as an everyday vocabulary, it tends to get in your music. So you're gonna tend to start saying nigga everywhere, bitch everywhere. That's why I went back to writing, like, on some songs, like, because I just don't want to say nigga every time, even though that shit might sound tight. Oh, my fault. But even though that shit sound tight, what else? Like, you got creativity. You gotta look at people that that want it to be different. That's our skin tone.
That's right.
You have to look. You have to look at it like, eventually you can't deny the fact of what they become.
Makes sense.
Like I said, everybody's leaning towards popularity. I feel like now, when making music, it's based off popularity. It's not based off skill. The music I make is not based off popularity. I make music for myself first and foremost. Because I had to love myself, and I had to get it right with myself. So I want people to understand that now.
Yeah, I feel that. Set that boundary early.
Yeah, I set that boundary for myself, because that's something you will not take away from me. And
I feel that.
I know I got enjoyable music. I know that. I don't say I make the best songs, but I know I got enjoyable music. But if we're talking about, I don't want to say rapper, hip hop, because I'm a student of hip hop. I'm not a student of a rapper. I'm a student of hip hop. Whether if I listen to Big Daddy Kane or Cypress Hill, or if I listen to Lil Wayne or Drake, there's no difference.
My man pulled out the Cypress Hill out. Hey,
I honestly, people don't believe me. Like, when I say this, like, I'm more on the side of the new era. To be realistic, I feel like we have more enjoyable artists than we did have back then. And I'm gonna be honest, like, if we was talking about, everybody, I love Eminem. I'll give you an example right now. I love Eminem. But to me, who I was listening to, if I was to pick a rapper, I was listening to Mac Miller more than I was to Eminem. And I can give you a valid reason why. For one, Mac Miller makes funner music. I know you guys listen to Mac Miller, and you guys know that. He
for sure. Yeah, we love. Hey, Mac Miller, go.
Even though Eminem does work with the new generation, he's very selective on who he works with. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you're a GOAT and you have every damn right to do that.
Right.
Um, but if we're just talking musically, like if I listen to Eminem, it's gonna be on some myself. If I'm listening to Mac Miller, I can listen to him myself, and I can listen to him in the room. Like people won't tell me turn them off, and I'm not trying to be bashing because I love Eminem. Like I said, I'm a student of the game. I want to learn from all the major people in the game. But I'm human at the end of the day. Like I like what I like. Just because I'm a rapper doesn't make me no different for what I like.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just who I was listening to more when music was coming out. I was listening to the Mac Millers, the Nipsey Hussles, the Vince Staples, the Migos. What else? I'm not sure. The OJ the Juice Man's like I was growing up doing
Hey, man, you digging them up, ain't it?
I lived through like I'll say like my music life, and I feel like others as well, is when we was listening to everything that trended, that we made trended. Nowadays it's not trended, it's funded.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay to be on Instagram. You can pay YouTubers. You can pay. You get what I'm saying? Like you can pay for clout.
That's true.
I don't want to pay for clout. That means you just don't believe in yourself.
Right.
And that's the sad truth. You don't believe in yourself.
Facts, man. Hey, so what do you pray for the most?
Oh, man. Honestly, I pray for peace for myself and my family. Emphasis on family and friends. Emphasis
For sure.
on that.
For sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Cause like I said, as an artist, just as a rapper, I'm telling you now, you have to have these things. I know it sounds shallow and cold, but it's the harsh truth in the rap game. You have to have your own image. I'll say that. You have to have your own image that's believable. You have to make music that pleases the crowd. Yes, I would love to make music if this was 2013. If my music can translate to 2013. I wish I could make my music back then like it was now. But you can't.
Right.
That
You
was
can't.
a bit of time.
Yeah.
Adapt.
Yeah.
Adapt by being yourself.
That's right.
Facts.
But as far as praying with the equity, that's what I pray for, equity for them. Because it's like, what's the point of me having all this money if I don't have nobody to share with?
That's true.
Doesn't profit a man everything if he loses his soul.
That's a fact.
And I think that's what some of our elderly Black community is teaching us, even myself, because I used to want to be, like I said, I used to look up, even though I was one of the cool niggas, I was a cool nigga. I was popular and everything. But I was still thinking that certain type of lifestyle they was doing was just better than mine. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what they was doing. I just felt like it was, because that's how they was presenting it. But then when you get into it, it's not what it is.
And that's a fact. Yeah, definitely never would have seen.
It's not.
Fact.
And I seen gang bang, and I seen all that. And I'm from the streets, but I don't bang. I'm not tied to any gangs. I'm just out there so I can handle what I need to do, not trying to hurt nobody or anything. And I think that's what we don't have enough. I think we don't have enough mental freedom. Emphasize on the freedom. Just that
Facts.
word. We don't think about that enough. We don't think about freedom enough. Freedom
Right.
of doing what you want. Freedom of you using your words to translate an art. Just just freedom of you. We always try to tie it up, and we always try to play victim to anything that we seem bad or we seem to judge another person off of. Sometimes I hate the human race too, because I feel like we're too hypocritical.
Say that again.
Too hypocritical.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I was just gonna say like just freedom, like that's what I just try to keep in my the mental freedom, like just to stay creative, no matter what's bringing me down outside of music. You always got to keep that focus in as an artist. A lot of rappers ain't gonna tell you this. A lot of rappers is not gonna want to tell you this. A lot of rappers got the game figured out, but they don't want you in. There's a lot of money
Them gatekeepers.
in the game.
That's true.
There's a lot of money in the music game. Why do we have to do certain things to get in the music game? Why do we have to dress different? Why can't we just be a regular person in a white tee, spitting hard? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just different things I think about rap. Which if I was created it would be completely different. It would.
Yeah. Hey man, so no, definitely appreciate that. I think that's a good spot to end this interview. Again, we want to thank everybody for listening and tuning in and viewing us right now on StreamYard, whether you're on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Please go follow this guy, Ellis, right now, man, on all platforms on IG.
Right on the bottom, right there, popped
YouTube,
up.
Right now, you got right there on the bottom, man. He got his videos up on YouTube, man. Go check this brother out, man. Very talented, again, out there in Cali. You got any closing remarks?
Yeah, man. Like I said, just want to reintroduce myself as Ellis Isaiah. My Instagram, Ellis X Millions. No, scratch that. Ellis X Isaiah. I changed it. My Twitter, Ellis Isaiah 2_. Like they say, you can follow me on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, everything. I do hooks. I do features. Hooks 100, verses 200. I'm not picky. If you got something that you want to send me, go ahead. I'm always open. You can hit me in my email as well, ellisxmillions@yahoo.com. If you look on my page, it is right there in the description.
Businessman.
Yes.
That's how you do it right there. That's business for right there, man. We appreciate that. We appreciate your purpose again, brother. We thank you for coming on, man. Once again, thank you, StreamYard platform, for letting us roll tonight. Hey, man, you the truth, man. Hey, you the truth. Keep rolling.
Keep on working. I'm tuned in to the podcast. I may
My
not
God.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
But I'm always watching.
My God, we appreciate that. Speaking of podcast, we'll be back we will be back May 11th with another interview, and of course, episode 80 will be coming to y'all Friday, man. So
thanks, people. Peace and love, everybody.
love.
Peace and love.